A shocking case has unfolded in London. A nursery worker, trusted with caring for many young children, has admitted to 26 serious sexual offences against children aged just 2 to 4 years old. 45-year-old Vincent Chan worked at a nursery in West Hampstead for almost 7 years. During that time, he used his position of trust to carry out repeated abuse, often during nap times inside the nursery. These crimes went on undetected for years. No parents suspected anything, and the nursery believed he was a normal staff member. But behind the scenes, Chan was committing horrific acts and recording them.
So it's these three, yeah?
There's another thing as well, mate. So basically, you're also further under arrest for digital penetration of a minor, okay? So same time of arrest, that's 10 to 8. You do not have to say anything, may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned, something which later on in court and if you do significant evidence.
Yeah, 6449.
Yeah.
There's no questions.
Yeah. Is there anything in here, anything, no weapons or anything like that, yeah?
Control in charge of November 117. What call sign did you use earlier? 150 and 150. And your...
Chan's arrest began with a moment that at first didn't raise alarms about child abuse. A colleague noticed Chan filming a child in a way that seemed inappropriate, footage he seemed to brush off as a joke. The colleague reported it and the police opened an investigation. Initially, authorities were looking into possible neglect, but once they seized Chan's devices, everything changed. Officers discovered disturbing videos on nursery-issued iPads, evidence of sexual abuse he had recorded himself committing. Police then searched Chan's phone and seized 69 digital devices in total. What they found on them escalated the case from a minor investigation to one of the most serious child abuse cases the Metropolitan Police has ever encountered. Found on these seized devices, police uncovered videos of Chan abusing children at the nursery, thousands of indecent images, material showing repeated offences over years, and footage clearly taken during nap times, when children were at their most vulnerable. Investigators described the case as harrowing and deeply disturbing. Specialist officers had to review hours of footage to identify victims and understand the timeline of abuse.
Today's guilty plea marks a powerful moment in our investigation, carried out under the pursuit of justice. Vincent Chan is a paedophile. His disturbed predatory and sexual offending took advantage of young children, using his workplace to gain access to his victims. He exploited the trust placed in him by the victims' families and the promise to care for their children, to infiltrate environments that should have been safe spaces and preying on vulnerable victims within their own safe havens. It was there that he committed some of the most abhorrent crimes imaginable. His actions have caused deep and lasting harm. We recognise the member of staff who raised their concerns, as without this first report of child cruelty, Chan's abuse could have continued unchecked, putting countless more children at risk. These appalling offences have caused deep shock and distress. We thank the community for its continued cooperation and reaffirm our commitment to supporting victims and their families. But our work is not over. Our investigation remains ongoing and we are continuing to review digital devices and assess Chan's conduct across relevant settings. If you believe you or your child may have come into contact with Vincent Chan, or if you have information that could assist our investigation, you can contact the dedicated NSPCC helpline on 0800 028 0828. They will be able to direct you to the most appropriate support services. You will be listened to. Support is available and justice is our priority. Finally, I want to thank the dedicated team of Metropolitan Police officers and staff who worked tirelessly on this case. Their professionalism, dedication and resolution to securing justice, keeping the victims at the forefront of our minds, has been admirable. We now await the sentencing, which will take place on the 23rd of January 2026. Thank you very much.
The nursery immediately suspended Chan after police involvement, and the investigation rapidly expanded. The location later closed entirely as the scale of the crimes became clear. Today, Chan pleaded guilty at Wood Green Crown Court to 26 offences, including sexual assault by penetration, sexual assault by touching, and taking and making indecent images of children. He admitted to abusing at least 4 girls aged 2 to 4, but the actual number of children affected by the scandal could be far wider. Nearly 700 families who had children at the nursery over the years have now been contacted. Judge David Arenberg KC told the defendant, "Mr. Chan, you have pleaded guilty to matters which are going to result in a custodial sentence of many years." Following Chan's guilty pleas, the victim's parents made a joint statement through their solicitor.
So this is the family's statement. As parents, we are still trying to process the sickening discovery that our children were subjected to despicable abuse by Vincent Chan at Bright Horizons Nursery. In admitting the charges, we are spared the prospect of hearing Vincent Chan's crimes at Bright Horizons Nursery, described in graphic detail in a trial. We trust the judge to pass the strongest sentence to fit the crimes Vincent Chan has committed against young children, innocent victims who could not fight back. We feel that Bright Horizons as an organisation has failed us, and we want answers. How was someone like Vincent Chan employed? Why did safeguarding systems fail completely? And how were such horrific crimes against children able to continue for so long without the staff responsible for safeguarding at Bright Horizons Nursery acting? We are concerned that failures in management and supervision at Bright Horizons allowed this abuse to go undetected, and we are committed to securing accountability for our children. We would like to thank the Metropolitan Police Service for their assistance and support so far, but appreciate that their investigations in this case are not yet complete.
Support lines, including a dedicated NSPCC helpline, have been set up to help parents cope with the emotional impact of the revelations. Mr. Chan is currently waiting in custody and will be formally sentenced on January the 23rd, 2026. Meanwhile, Bright Horizons Nursery has launched a full safeguarding review across all of its locations, promising to cooperate fully with authorities and families. A spokesperson for Bright Horizons has said, "We are shocked and appalled by this individual's horrific crimes. Our thoughts are first and foremost with the children and families affected, and we are committed to offering support to them during this incredibly difficult time." Police say the investigation is continuing, and they encourage anyone with information to come forward. As the sentencing date approaches, we'll continue to follow developments and update you on the outcome.
Become a friend of GB News for free, a brand new way to be part of our community.
As a friend of GB News, you'll access in-depth opinion, analysis, documentaries and behind-the-scenes videos.
Have your voice heard on your say. Take part in You Decide polls. Watch GB News anywhere, anytime, live or on catch-up. Become a friend of GB News today for free.
And be part of Britain's most passionate community.
Go to gbnews.com/friend today.